The rain hammered against Marcus Chen's weathered face as he trudged along the muddy service road, his emergency beacon scanner crackling with static. 3 days since the Valorian cruiser had crash-landed somewhere in this godforsaken sector of Titan 7, and the rescue teams had found nothing but twisted metal and false hopes. He almost walked past the drainage ditch entirely. The scanner's urgent beeping made him pause, its red light pulsing frantically toward the murky water below. Marcus wiped rain from his eyes and peered down into the depression, expecting another piece of debris. Instead, he found himself staring at what looked like a massive reptilian form, easily 12 feet long, its scaled hide shimmering with an otherworldly iridescence even in the dim light. "What the hell?" Marcus muttered, sliding down the embankment. The creature was unlike anything in the xenobiology databases. Its body was serpentine yet muscular, with powerful limbs ending in razor-sharp claws. Membranous wings, torn and bloodied, stretched from its back. Most striking were the intricate patterns carved into its scales, not natural markings but deliberate engravings that seemed to pulse with their own inner light. The scanner indicated life signs, weak but present. Marcus had spent 15 years as a combat medic in the Terran Defense Corps. He'd pulled wounded soldiers from burning mechs, performed surgery in zero-G, and once kept a Centaurian diplomat, alive for 6 hours with nothing but medical tape and stubborn determination. But this was beyond his experience. The creature's massive head turned slightly, revealing an eye the size of his fist, deep violet with flecks of gold. Intelligence flickered there, along with something that looked remarkably like resignation. "Easy there, big guy," Marcus whispered, his medic instincts overriding his amazement. "Let's see what we're dealing with." His portable scanner revealed internal injuries that should have been fatal, ruptured organs, severe neural trauma, massive blood loss. Yet somehow, impossibly, the creature clung to life. Marcus noticed something else. The wounds were precise, surgical almost. This wasn't crash damage. This was torture. Without hesitation, Marcus deployed his field medical kit. The universal biofoam would at least stabilize the worst injuries, and the neural stimulants might give the creature a fighting chance. As he worked, he found himself talking to it, the same way he'd comforted human soldiers. "You're not from around here, are you?" "That's okay, neither am I originally, born on Mars, if you can believe that. Always wanted to see a real dragon, though. Read about them in the old Earth stories my grandmother used to tell." The creature's breathing stabilized as the biofoam worked its magic. Marcus rigged an improvised stretcher from emergency supplies and his own jacket. Getting 12 feet of unconscious dragon-like being up a muddy embankment and into his transport should have been impossible for one human. But Marcus had learned long ago that impossible was just another word for requires more effort. 2 hours later, he had the creature secured in his ship's cargo bay, hooked up to life support systems never designed for alien physiology. The universal medical protocols were doing their job, but Marcus knew this was just the beginning. As if summoned by his thoughts, the creature's eyes opened. "You are human," it spoke, its voice resonating through harmonics that seemed to bypass Marcus's ears entirely and speak directly to his mind. "Why do you aid me?" Marcus nearly dropped his scanner. "You can talk. Of course you can talk. Because apparently, my day wasn't weird enough already." "I am Anna," the creature said, struggling to lift its massive head. "Commander of the Draconic Exploration Fleet, though I suppose that title means little now." "Commander, huh? I'm Marcus, and you're alive, which is what matters. What happened to you?" Anna's expression darkened. "The hegemony found us. They believe dragons are weapons to be controlled, not beings to be respected. My ship was captured, my crew." The dragon's voice faltered. "I was their prize interrogation subject. They wanted the location of our homeworld." Marcus felt a familiar burning in his chest, the same anger that had driven him to enlist when the hegemony had razed the Proxima colonies. "But you didn't tell them. I would die first." Anna's eyes flashed with fierce pride. "Though it seems they intended to grant that wish eventually. I escaped during a transport transfer, but my injuries are healing, Marcus said firmly. That biofoam is military grade. You'll be flight capable within a week, maybe less with your physiology. Anna stared at him. You would help me return to my people, knowing the hegemony will mark you as a traitor? Marcus shrugged. Wouldn't be the first time. Besides, any enemy of the hegemony is a friend of mine, and honestly, the galaxy could use more dragons. Over the following days, as Anna recovered, Marcus learned about the Draconic civilization, a proud ancient race of explorers and scholars who had been mapping the galaxy long before humans learned to make fire. The hegemony saw them as a threat, a species too powerful and independent to be allowed to exist freely. Your people have a saying, Anna said on the third day, her strength fully returned. Something about the size of the fight in the dog? It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog, Marcus corrected with a grin. Yes. I think I understand now why the hegemony fears humanity almost as much as they fear us. Anna's massive form somehow managed to convey amusement. You pulled a dying dragon from a ditch simply because it was the right thing to do. No calculation of risk or reward, no consideration of politics or profit. Marcus felt heat rise in his cheeks. Anyone would have done the same. No, Anna said quietly. They would not. That is what makes your species remarkable. When Anna's rescue ship arrived, responding to the coded transmission Marcus had helped her send, the dragon commander made him an offer that would change both their species forever. An alliance between dragons and humans, built on the foundation of one medic's refusal to leave a wounded being to die in a ditch. As Marcus watched Anna's ship disappear into hyperspace, he smiled. The hegemony had made a critical error in their understanding of both humans and dragons. They saw only weapons and resources where there should have been recognition of kindred spirits. Two species too stubborn to quit, too curious to stay still, and too principled to abandon each other when it mattered most. The galaxy, Marcus reflected, was about to become a much more interesting place.